But that was special for you, and we bring that up because that's like one of those, when you love a band, to be able to have that kind of moment, I'm sure gives you further juice to keep doing what you're doing, and maybe they will do a reunion and you'll get to go see them.
Great.
Or maybe you'll hang out, or maybe you'll do the John Paul Jones again, right? What's your connection to John?
Well, it's my friend Sarah,
Right.
Sarah Watkins, who's amazing. She's
who played with him.
Yeah, because John Paul Jones is kind of a bluegrass guy.
He's a chameleon, isn't he?
He's a full-on
dude, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you saw him that night. He's playing all sorts of things. The bass on his feet while he's
a
playing.
madman.
So yeah,
arranged, does everything.
Yeah,
just
right.
Like the mad genius, sort of behind the curtain.
Totally. So for me, I was struck by how much he does, because I always thought, he's in that band. Of course, sure. He's the
owed
guy.
a great deal of credit.
Yeah,
for
totally.
sure. Hey, you got a couple classic Switchfoot songs, if I dare call a song from a few years ago a classic, but by today's standards, it sort of is. When I was talking about you guys coming here, I dropped your name, and I was sitting down in my newsroom, and Stratton, one of my photographers, was like, "Yeah, I know one of their tunes, Dare You to Move," and blah, blah, blah. Where did that tune come from? We used it in the piece the other day. It gets such a reaction. It has this message again. It's kind of mysterious. What is the Dare You to Move? What is that?
Even when I'm singing in first person, like I'm talking to someone, I dare you to move. Most of the time these songs are coming from personal places, so that one's no different. I think when I was writing that song, I was more just singing to myself.
To yourself, like, I dare you to move?
Yeah. There's times in life that feel like you're like a prize fighter. I think of like a guy who's just knocked on his back, and the guy
to get back in after.
Yeah, and counting him down, wondering if he's going to get back up.
I like that.
So that's where the song came from.
It's a recurring theme.
Yeah, actually,
Dark Horses, I'm thinking. Huh?
Yeah, well,
Not gonna
Afterlife.
count you out in that one either.
Yeah, totally. All the songs, and for me, music is kind of that. It's almost like a vehicle to get somewhere. Where you can actually travel from a place of despair, trying to get to a place of hope.
Inspiration's important in music, and maybe that's one of the things that people have connected with about your songs. And it's cool what you just said about the inspiration too, because so much music has, for me, I'm sure for you, there have been so many moments in your life when you're down or you're in the place like you sort of described for the song you're going to play, and you need the songs. Like, songs get you through tough times. They historically have, whether it's the older bands that we were just kind of indulging in, or contemporary bands, So I think you attach an importance into people's lives when you do songs like this. So when you sort of describe that, I'm noticing a thread, You're a spiritual band, but you're also providing inspirational songs.
Yeah, and I think words have so much power, and especially when they're linked with a melody.
Right. The combo.
You're actually bringing a world into being. I was reading on the plane about, the Hawaiian chants, that they're not only just speaking things, but they're actually summoning, and I feel like songs are that same way, where you're painting and creating a world. And, the atmosphere changes when you sing it. So, absolutely, it becomes this thing where you can actually get to a place you weren't before.
Right, yeah, like you said, you make a world, and then you take people to it.
Yeah.
All right, Dare You to Move.
All right, here we go.
Switchfoot, HPR.
Welcome to the planet. Welcome to existence. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. And everybody's watching you now. Everybody waits for you now. What happens next? What happens next? I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to yourself up out of the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today ever happened. Today ever happened before. Welcome to the fallout. Welcome to resistance. See, the tension is right here. Yeah, the tension is always here. It's between who you are and who you could be. It's between the way it spins and how it should be. Yeah, I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up out of the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today ever happened. Today ever happened. Maybe redemption is stories to tell. Maybe forgiveness is right where we fell. Where can we run to escape from ourselves? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? Where are we gonna go? How you gonna escape yourself? I dare you to move. I dare you to move. I dare you to lift yourself up on the floor. I dare you to move. I dare you to move like today ever happened. Today ever happened. Today ever happened. Today never happened before.
That's smoking, dude. You have such a great voice.
Thank you, man.
I dig it, John.
This room doesn't hurt either, man. This place is beautiful.
Well, we do what we can.
For those out there in Radio Land, you got this beautiful wood place here. Yeah, it's a great, it's special, man.
Yeah, well, we're member supported, and that's nice you say that, because if it wasn't for those people out in Radioland, we wouldn't have the place. So it's a big community effort to make what you just sort of described there.
We're member supported too. I feel you, man. We got our own place
here.
Our own little place back in San Diego, and I think back and I'm like, yeah, we're a member supported band, pretty much.
No, well, we appreciate that sentiment, and that was, like I said it earlier when we were talking on the phone, and you were like, yeah, one of my favorite memories is just cruising around in Hawaii, listening to us.
Totally.
Here. So one of the sort of you hit these notes when you're singing that. And some of what you were talking before about how the music and the words come together and it makes this world. It made me think of something on the front end of this. Right before we started, I'm not sure who you guys were talking to. It could be my engineer, Jason Taglianetti. I thought somebody mentioned covering somebody. You got cover songs you guys talking about. Maybe Dylan or something like that.
Yeah.
Are there songs that we never really got into it on the phone, so good to touch base on it a little now. Are there songs that you incorporate into the set for the same sort of reason, because they maybe have either provided you personal inspiration, or talk a little bit about the cover songs and how they find their way into your performance?
Yeah. It's interesting because cover songs, it's almost like it's like stealing somebody else's brush to paint your picture. Like a brush you don't have. You didn't write this thing. It's not yours, but you can kind of, the mental history of music that we all collectively share, that you can actually grab somebody else's song and use it. For us, a lot of times we use them for different reasons. Sometimes it's simply because that song inspired you, but other times it's almost like, again, as a vehicle we'll use it as a vehicle to get to maybe somewhere that we have never been as a band.
Yeah, and sometimes the cover songs inspire our own songs.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Of course they do. I mean, everything, you're taking it in and playing it. But I remember we've done a couple of covers. One of them is a bunch of actually, but one of them's Beastie Boys, Sabotage.
Right.
And it sounds different for us, but it was like, wow. And then the vocal, John doing the rap part, but it's like more of like a spoken word. Kind of opened a door in a way for maybe some of the stuff we did on Vice Versus that kind of is more spoken word sound.
And we always try and steal from people that we have nothing to do with,
Diverse influences.
Yeah, like
that were
maybe like we've covered Aretha Franklin, we've covered Beyonce,
Tom Petty.
covered Tom Petty and
Jane's Addiction,
Dinosaur Jr. and
Travis,
The Police. We did this tour in the UK, actually all over Europe, where every time we were in a new town, it just so happened that there was a great band that was from there. So we covered Travis in Scotland, and
cool.
We covered
The Verve.
The Verve,
Ooh.
and then covered Pink Floyd. We covered, it was, and it was really fun,
Yeah.
But it's challenging,
Sure.
But you're always looking for a challenge. You're always
kind
trying
of
to
making
push
it up
yourself.
as you went, though, huh?
Yeah.
And winging it. What's in the what kind of covers? Are there any covers in the Hawaii shows that we can?
We had a couple the set changes moment by moment.
That's good.
So we got a set list, and then it changes.
You just wing it when it comes to the show. You don't follow the set.
Yeah, rarely did we ever follow the set.
People like that.
Last night, I don't think we played any covers last night. We just covered Switchfoot.
Yeah.
You know.
We kind of covered a few of our own
That's
songs.
the mission this time. Right?
Yeah.